Can you dig it, sucker?
Live from Houston, Texas, and around the world. Join the six-time world heavyweight champion, two-time WWE Hall of Famer, and WWE NXT announcer, Booker T. Booker T. Alongside his right-hand man, the BOAT, Brad Gilmore, as they discuss everything from inside the ring to the backstage and beyond. It's time to get your champagne wishes and caviar dreams. Welcome inside the Hall of Fame. Now, can you dig that?
Welcome inside the Hall of Fame. I'm Booker T, six-time world champ, two-time Hall of Famer. Got my man Brad Gilmore here with me, as always, coming off a hell of a weekend out there in Las Vegas. But before we get there, I want to thank the people for stepping inside the Hall of Fame, getting your champagne wishes, caviar dreams, man. Oh, yes. How you feel, dog?
Yeah, I'm feeling good, Book. You know, I had a great weekend, a little relaxing weekend, and a lot of great stuff on television to watch, a lot of great fights. I had fun, though, last week doing, our two Hall of Fame specials with you being out there in Las Vegas for the Pacquiao fight. And, during that special, we were talking about it, and we both said, putting some money on the draw wouldn't be the worst idea in the world because it was sitting at plus 1,600 for the fight with Manny Pacquiao and Mario Barrios. And lo and behold, we should have listened to our intuition because it hit.
Yeah, big time, man.
100 would have won you 1,600.
As I said there, man, I was like, man, I wish I had put some money down on this fight, but I don't know. I was all over the place. I didn't get a chance to put anything down, but that would have been the way to go. Otherwise, I think I'd have lost money because I would have bet on Pacquiao. You know what I mean? Perhaps to win it.
Who did you have winning that fight?
I thought Pacquiao won the fight
I did too.
without a shadow of a doubt. Pacquiao won the fight, and I was talking to some of the guys um, there in Vegas about it, and we was some of the guys were talking about, well, he's the champion. you know, Manny didn't come in and really take it from him. And I go, bro, if it was 1980, you might have a point. I say we're far past the days where the champion got to be decisively beat in a matchup. You know what I mean? It just normally didn't happen like that.
Yeah, and to me, that's kind of the old school way of thinking. Because from when I looked at it, was it a one-sided affair? No. But when I went back and watched the fight, to me, and I watched the fight that night, and then I watched the replay the next morning, just some highlights. And Mario Barrios didn't look like he defended that championship. So you could really make the inverse of the argument and say, look, the champion didn't fully, defeat the challenger, in my
Well,
estimation. So Manny proved me wrong at 46 years old. I thought Barrios was going to give him a real tough time. And he actually, the longer the fight went, almost the better Pac-Man looked, especially in some of those championship rounds. In my opinion, it looked like Barrios was going to have to go and clean him out in the last few rounds just to have a tie.
yeah,
So I
yeah,
had Manny up by 2 rounds.
yeah. I thought Mario Barrios at 30 years old, not pressing the fight really made him look bad. Like
Mhm.
you say, it didn't look like he defended the championship as far as I'm concerned. Like you say, um, I thought Manny Pacquiao, like you say, as the fight went on, Manny looked better and better and better. I did not think Manny was going to have that 4 punch combination at 40 years old, and he did. As far as significant punches landed, I think Manny Pacquiao landed the more significant punches throughout the whole fight. Was Manny Pacquiao ever compromised in this fight? Just one time? Not at all. Was
Mm-mm.
was Barrio compromised in this fight several times?
Couple
So
times.
I don't know what the judges was looking at. You know what I mean? I don't know what they were thinking as far as that went. But I thought Manny Pacquiao at 46 years old looked better than a 30-year-old.
You remember that phrase a few years ago? People would say, like, okay, boomer, like you don't know what you're talking about. I feel like that's my new reaction when I see some of these, boxing cards. I go, okay, boxing, because it just seems like it happens all the time. It just, when there's a clear winner at times the boxing judges, they find a way to see a different fight than everybody else. But one thing that they didn't have to leave up to the judges was that Tszyu Sebastian Fundura fight. What'd you think of that one, BT?
I tell you, man, Fundura came in. He looked bigger. He looked stronger. Seemed like he had no problem making weight. And he went out there and he put Tim Tszyu to a test. He said, "I'm going to push him. Going to push him, no matter what." He was willing to go out on his shield as well. It wasn't like
Incredible.
he wasn't shy about getting in the middle of a firefight, not one bit. And I swear, man, he pressed and pressed and pressed. He broke Tim Tszyu in that matchup. He broke that man, and to the point to where at the end of the round before they stopped it, I thought the referee was going to step in and stop because I was talking to some of the guys. I said, "Real's about to stop it. They're about to stop." And then the bell rang, and then when he did, when he did not come out for the bell, I was like, "Wow, man!" It was shocking. It really was. I didn't see
You
that. I
know,
didn't see that happening.
I didn't see that coming either. And to me, it was really, I think Fundura coming into that had a lot of questions about him because hey, if the accidental elbow didn't happen, would he have won the fight? He took the fight on a short notice. Maybe Tim Tszyu didn't have a proper training camp to go out there and be able to counteract someone that big in the fight. And to me, it looked like Fundura had the perfect game plan for Tim Tszyu, and Tim Tszyu looked lost out there. He looked lost out there. It was just an interesting fight. It was an interesting fight for Fundura, who now has kind of solidified himself as one of the guys. Well, he is the guy. He's the champion. What am I saying? But he seems like he's a real force.
Like I said, Fundura was about to clean out the division and had a hiccup. That's all it was. It was a hiccup. He's got one loss on his record. Literally, this dude was every fight going out there and destroying his opponents. Um, and everybody maybe took a step back after he had that one loss, maybe thought he wasn't the guy. But Sebastian Fundura, he's proved that he's the guy in the division to beat. It's going to be a hell of an uphill battle, no pun intended, to knock off the tower, to knock off the
Literally.
tower inferno, because I think that fight right there definitely boosted his psyche as far as how good he really is, going out there and not just beating Tim Tszyu in a 12-round decision, but going out there stopping him. After that first knockdown was a hard shot too, and it pretty much set the pace of the fight for Fundura. Fundura said, I can put him down once, I can do it again. And man, the floodgates opened from that point on. And what a fight. What a fight. I did not see that happening at all. But what a great fight.
What a fight. What a night. What a fight.
Yeah.
Incredible. But you know what? Going back to real quick, the Manny Pacquiao fight, I had one more point I wanted to bring up there, and then we'll talk UFC. And there's a lot of wrestling stuff I want to get your reaction to. But in the Manny fight, did you feel in those first few rounds? Because at first I thought, oh, well, maybe Barrios is just letting Manny get a little confidence in here to think, oh, yeah, you know what? I can do this. This young guy's not as bad as I thought he'd be. And then he was going to come after him in the later rounds. But it really never looked like Barrios was able to kick it into the next gear like we've seen him do before. I don't know if it was the specter of the past fights of Manny Pacquiao that shook Barrios, or at 46 years old, Manny Pacquiao is just still that damn good.
I think that's what it is. I sat and I watched it, and there again, I watched it very, very closely to see if Manny had lost a step, if we were going to see the corrosion start to creep in as far as Manny Pacquiao goes. Is he going to stumble? You remember when Apollo Creed fought the Russian?
Yeah, Drago.
You know, and he just didn't have his. You could tell he didn't have his mojo. You know what I mean? You could
Right.
tell he wasn't the same Apollo. He actually stumbled at one point, and almost tried to make it look like he just it was just by accident. I thought we were going to see a little bit of that with Manny Pacquiao, but watching the fight up close and personal, I did not see Manny Pacquiao lose a step, not one bit, not one iota. Um, he was faster than Barrios. it seemed like he was stronger, quicker than Barrios. He didn't gas out at all. I mean, his stamina was there through 12 rounds. He didn't look tired at all. So my thing is, like I say, Father Time waits for no man. But until we see the corrosion come into play with Manny Pacquiao, I still got to go with him, man. He's still that good. I think we could. You know what? I think if they would have, really, put some advertising behind it and really was to, get really serious about it. I think Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather can go at it one more time right now and really, really sell a huge, huge money fight. If Floyd really want to do it and do it big, I think that will be the fight for Floyd Mayweather to actually go out there and make happen.
I don't know. He might get touched up. Floyd might get touched up because this Manny, Floyd hasn't fought for real since 2017. That's a long
Yeah,
time. That's
yeah,
8 years. This Manny's been active. This Manny, he looked better in this fight on Saturday than he did against the fight with Floyd back in 2015. He looks better 10 years later.
yeah, yeah.
I don't know how that's possible.
Hey man, like I say, until they feel, and like it's Aldo Filipinos all night too, man. But until he lose the I'm going with Pacquiao going forward. But guys, stick around. You're in the Hall of Fame. We'll be back in a minute.
Hey guys, Brad Gilmore from the Hall of Fame. I'm here to tell you that the NBA's 82 game grind is done, and now the real fun begins. The NBA playoffs are here, baby, and it's time for all the high stakes drama, the clutch moments, and the jaw dropping plays. I love the NBA playoffs. And if you're looking to make the playoffs even more exciting, DraftKings Sportsbook has you covered as an official sports betting partner of the NBA. You can try placing a bet on your favorite player's performance. Will they drop 30 points, 40 points, or more? It's your call. And here's something special for our first-timers, new DraftKings customers. Bet $5 to get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Again, new DraftKings customers, bet $5 to get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Make it a playoff run to remember with DraftKings. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code BOOKER. That's code BOOKER for new customers to get $200 in bonus bets when you bet just $5. Only on DraftKings. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER in New York. Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for gambling problems. Call 888-78-97-777. Or you can visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort in Kansas, 21 plus, age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. New customers only. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/audio.
Hey, this is Booker T, 6-time world champ, 2-time Hall of Fame. I got something for you guys, man. Look, when I was a kid, man, cereal was my jam. But now, since I'm a grown man, I'm looking for something that gives me more than just a sugar rush and carbs, man. That's when I found Magic Spoon. Look, it's a cereal that gives you the taste of your childhood favorites, but without sugar and packed with tons of protein.
And if you're already a fan of Magic Spoon, then you need to listen up to this because I've got some big news. Magic Spoon has taken that amazing cereal that we all love and turned it into high-protein treats. These new treats are light, they're crispy, and they become my go-to snack, especially before or even after the gym.
Yeah, man, every serving of Magic Spoon cereal has 13 grams of protein, 0 grams of sugar, and only 4 grams of net carb. That fruity and cocoa flavor are the classic ones, but there's a whole lot more to try, man.
And those new treats, they've got 12 grams of protein and come in flavors like marshmallow and chocolatey peanut butter. Perfect when you're on the go or you need a quick snack to fuel up before that workout.
Yeah, man, I keep a box in my gym bag, but it's a great late night snack as well. Those treats have that crispy texture, great taste, and the macros that make you feel good about eating them.
So Magic Spoon's bringing back those nostalgic flavors, but without all the stuff that we don't want. So if you want to try it for yourself and get $5 off your next order, go to magicspoon.com/HOF. That's magicspoon.com/HOF. HOF, or you can even find it on Amazon or in your nearest grocery store.
That's magicspoon.com/HOF for $5 off. Magic Spoon, hold on to the dream. Boom. Welcome back inside the Hall of Fame. Just chopping it up, talking a little boxing went down over the weekend. Manny Pacquiao made his comeback at 46 years old. It's Mario Barrios. And me personally, I thought Manny won that fight. He was robbed. I'm gonna just go ahead. I'm gonna just put it out there. The brother was robbed. You know what I mean? Hopefully, you know what? They should run it back. They should run it back one more time. One more time.
Do it
You
again.
know,
Do it again. Why the hell not?
You know what? Did again. I don't think it was exciting enough to run back. I really don't. And I mean, it was a
I
good
see what
fight,
you're saying.
but it just was not an exciting fight. I don't know if Barrios going to bring anything different to the table in a
Look,
rematch.
Sheik Turkey out there, Riyadh season. Throw the money at Manny. Throw it at Floyd. Let's make it happen. Do it
I
in
see that.
Saudi.
I see that.
Whatever you want to do. I don't care where you do it. You could
Right
do it
now,
in,
people saying Floyd hurting for money right now. So that might be the fight for Floyd to have in
You know
Saudi.
what? I've always heard Floyd is hurting for money, and I don't understand how this man can make so much money and always be needing money. How could your name is money, and you're
Yeah.
not good with the money, or you spend too much of the money? I don't know. I've seen Floyd's woman, and I'm sure she expects a lot of money. So
Spend a
I
lot of
don't
money.
know.
Brother spent a lot of money. You know what I mean?
Cars, hair, nails, mansions,
Houses, man.
jets,
Yeah, everything.
houses.
Everything.
Oh man, he's got a lot
Everything.
going on. Hey,
Yeah.
also our guy, friend of the show, the Diamond Dustin Poirier, retired on Saturday night in New Orleans, Louisiana, in defeat to Max Holloway by unanimous decision. Went all 5 rounds. He called it a career, hanging him up, riding off into the sunset. Max is still the BMF. I just wanted to wish our Louisiana brethren well wishes on all of his future endeavors. He's a great analyst, and I'm sure he's going to be around the sport forever. Surefire Hall of Famer.
De Leon Ton Roulette. That's it right there, right? I think that's it. Yeah, big ups. Big ups to Dustin Poirier.
When we had him on the ESPN show, you said it. I think you said it wrong, and then he said it right for you. Do you remember that? It was
Yeah,
something like
I
that.
think that's what it was. Le Bon Don de Leon, yeah, something like that.
Yeah, something
Yeah.
like that. It sounds like right. Yeah. Beignet with the powdered sugar. But no, he's great, and they had a great fight. I don't, they slugged it out. Shout out to him. I found out, Book. I've been doing a lot of research on the family. Your family's from Plain Dealing, Louisiana, correct?
Yeah,
That's
that's
where
right.
you were born and stuff. I found out the majority of my family's from Vernon Parish, Louisiana. Now that's on the west side of the state. I don't know anything about it. I don't know how close it is to Plain Dealing, but both. I have Louisiana roots, is what I'm saying. I could be Cajun. I could have a little Creole in me. You never know. You don't know. You don't
No,
know.
you don't.
You know
You
how
don't.
Obafemi said, he thinks that you're Nigerian, like you have Nigerian ancestry because you have the
Yeah.
warrior spirit. You know what I
Zulu,
mean? I got,
Zulu
I
Nation.
got a little Zulu. Yeah, I got a little flavor and seasoning to me. I think I'm from Louis. I think I got that Louisiana Cajun going through my vein. Vernon
Yeah,
Parish, represent Vernon Parish in the building.
I don't, I don't, I don't think so. I wouldn't bet on it. Yeah, I mean, anything like that.
Oh man. But you know what? Moving along a little bit, I want to get your reaction to this. We talked about Jon Jones coming out of retirement because he wants to fight on the White House card and post UFC show on Saturday. Dana White was asked about that, and he said essentially Jon Jones isn't getting anywhere near this White House card because I can't trust him, which I thought was a 100% valid thing to say.
Yeah, I mean, the guy just retired unexpectedly, right? Unexpectedly, and then unretired unexpectedly, right? Just because you hear
Yes.
about this fight card, so he said, "I want to get
Yeah.
in on a piece of the action." You can't trust a guy like that. You don't know if that guy's going to show up. You don't know if that guy's going to honor his word. Anything. I mean, I agree 100% with Dana White on this. I really do.
Me too.
You know what I mean? Conor McGregor coming out of the woodworks saying he want a piece of the action. Can you trust Conor McGregor to make weight? Can you trust this guy? There's no way you can trust him. You know what I mean?
No.
So I agree with Dana as far as that fight's a year away from now. We don't know who's going to be champion. We don't know who's going to be holding all the belts at that time, but we do know it's going to be a card where we ain't gonna have to worry about if the fight's going to go down or not. And and from a promoter standpoint, I agree 100%. When you got a guy that you cannot, I've said it about this business, about the wrestling business, as far as the company got to be able to trust you, and I got a lot of flack from that. I think the last time I said it, you know what I mean, because people misinterpret, what I mean by trust you. Trust you mean um, knowing that we're going to be able to count on you to show up. We know there are emergencies that happens, but the guy in this business normally, if it's not a death in the family, he's going to be there. That's just the way it is. Um, he's gonna make all the towns. He's gonna make all the overseas tours. He's gonna make all the pay-per-views. He's gonna make those are the like I say, guy like John Cena didn't slip on a banana peel and get put in that position for so many years. He was always reliable, always to count on him being there. That's what being able to trust you totally mean. Even in there again in that situation as well.
You know, and I don't mean to speak ill of the dead, but there was a time where the Ultimate Warrior was one of the main draws in the WWF, and he missed a lot of house shows. And so, as big of a name as he was, Vince at the time fired him. He let him out of his contract because he said, "I can't. I need you to sell these tickets." And then I promote you to sell these tickets. You don't show up to the show. Now I think he was going through something with his family life at the time. Nevertheless, from a business perspective, Vince said, I can't use you anymore. And to me, Jon Jones, although a proven commodity inside the octagon and when he shows up to fight, is without a doubt electric. But if you're throwing the White House card could be the biggest UFC fight card of all time. And you want to have everything go off without a hitch. You don't want a guy stubbing his toe in training. You don't want someone popping for a picogram of this or that. You want to make sure that they can show up and they can fight on July 4th, 2026. So I 1000% understand where Dana White's coming from. Same for Conor McGregor. Conor McGregor's too busy taking you saw that he had some nude photos leak that he sent to Azalea Banks, the rapper.
No, I didn't. I
Um,
didn't see. I didn't see that. I didn't see
oh,
that.
well,
I
that
wouldn't look.
happened. That
I
happened.
wouldn't. The thing is, I wasn't looking for it either. You know what I mean?
I wasn't looking for it either. I heard it on the I think it was on the Breakfast Club or something. They were talking about it, but he um he had some stuff leak out already. So he's got enough going on. Connor's got enough going on. We can't trust Connor to show up.
Have
You
you
know what I
seen
mean?
him?
He had that fight.
Have you seen him? With the bare knuckle stuff, as far as coming out and really promoting it, like Born him in Bailey. I mean, he's really on freaking something when he's doing this stuff because he's blood red. He look like his head is about to pop. He's talking like I don't like he's in a gladiator or something like in a gladiator today. It's the crazy. You know what I'm talking about, right?
I do know what you're talking about.
It's nuts,
You're the
man. It's
Conor
nuts.
McGregor.
It's
You
nuts,
know what
man.
I
The
have to
guy.
do with it? Who is that the guy?
You know
You
what?
know?
Conor got so much money right now, man. I don't think he wants to fight, but I think still acting like he wants to fight. I think that's just the bravado in Conor McGregor.
Yeah, it's like the guy on the playground says, "You don't want none of this. You don't want none of this." Because in his head, he's like, "I don't want it. I don't want to fight. I
Exactly.
don't want to do it. I don't want to
Exactly.
do
Like
it.
I said, I
I
was
don't
that
want to do
guy,
it."
man. I was that guy. Like I say, when I was breakdancing, when I was 16, I was bad. When I was 17, I was bad, man. But when 18, 19, you start thinking about girls and stuff like that. And then these kids come up, wanting to challenge you. You don't want you don't want none of this. You know what I mean? That's the
You're
out.
not ready.
But you ain't ready for this. You could wreck your whole career. Yeah, I mean, so you try to talk your way out of it. So I get it.
Yeah, I think that's where Connor's at. I am interested to see what this UFC White House card is going to be. I know we're going to be hearing about it for the next year, quite literally, and how that card shapes out. And I think the UFC needs to pump out some huge stars, and I did like one fight. I don't like it so much for Max, but they were talking about Ilya Taporia and Max for a BMF and lightweight title. Put them both on the line next. What do you think of that fight?
Hey man, I said make it happen. Ilya Taporia, he's pretty much trying to manifest it to happen. He went out and got his own BMF title that he paid his own money for, and he's walking around with two titles. And Max Holloway said, it's kind of stupid, for him to be walking around with a BMF title that he bought and paid for. But Max seems, from listening to Max, it seems like Max wants the fight with Ilya Taporia, but he really doesn't want the fight at the same time. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
for the UFC, I think that would be the best, perhaps, I would say the only match, but that would be the best money match to make right now for Ilya Taporia. Hey guys, stick around. You're in the Hall of Fame. We got a whole lot more for you. We'll be back in a minute. Hey, this Booker T, six-time world champion. They say first impressions are important, but let me tell you something. Lasting impressions are even more important, and that's where Blue Chew comes in. Blue Chew gives men stronger and longer-lasting erections so you can perform at your best level.
And book, Blue Chew's unique online service delivers that same active ingredient as Viagra, Cialis, and Levitra, but it's in a chewable form at a fraction of the cost. The process is simple. You sign up at BlueChew.com, you consult with one of their licensed medical providers, and once you're improved, you'll receive your prescription delivered right to your door within days.
Hey, Bradley, the best part is, man, it's all done online. On the internet, no doctor's visit, no waiting at the pharmacy, no awkward conversations. You can take them anytime, day or night, so you can be ready whenever the moment is right.
And you might be thinking, I don't need it. Well, why not give it a try? Blue Chew is offering a free month. You just pay $5 for shipping. You're going to love it. And trust me, your partner, they're going to love it too. Confidence is key, and with Blue Chew, it can help boost that confidence where it counts. With Blue Chew, men everywhere are excited to see the postman because they know when your package arrives, your package arrives. Discover your options at BlueChew.com and be ready to perform at your best.
And we've got a special deal for our listeners today, man. Try Blue Chew free when you use promo code Booker at your checkout. Just pay $5 for shipping. That's BlueChew.com. Use promo code Booker to receive your first month free. Visit BlueChew.com for more details and important safety information. Look, we want to thank Blue Chew for sponsoring the Hall of Fame podcast.
Chew it and do it.
Chew it and do it. Can you dig it? Houston, get ready to rumble with the Hall of Fame on ESPN Radio.
That's right, Booker. We're bringing the heat Tuesday through Friday right here on the Houston airwaves on 97.5 and 92.5.
We've got the exclusive scoop on wrestling, boxing, and everything in between.
Join us for the smackdown of sports talk and don't miss a moment of the action.
The Hall of Fame. Now, can you dig that? Sucker!
Hey guys, Brad Gilmore here from the Hall of Fame, letting you know that life, it doesn't happen bi-weekly. So why should your payday? The money you earn could be in your hands today with Earn In. So this is what I want to tell you about. I want to tell you about this great sponsor, man, and I've heard from the people of the Hall of Fame. They've really helped out because Earn In is an app that gives you access to your pay as you work, up to $150 per day with a max of $750 between paydays. All you do is you download the Earn In app and you verify your paycheck. Real simple process. Then you can access up to $150 a day as you work and leave an optional tip. Any money you access plus tips are automatically repaid from your next paycheck. It's really, really easy. So like if you have an unexpected trip to the vet, you have upcoming rent that you might be a little short on, a special night out, last minute gift for a loved one, if you need some new school shoes, maybe kids getting ready for the summer. You got to get something for your kids so that they look fresh in the summertime, especially here at Houston. You just go Earn In. You just go to the Earn In. So you download that app. Make Earn In a part of your financial routine and join Earn In's over 4 million customers who say things like, when I think about Earn In, I think about financial stability. I think about security. It gives me a lot of peace of mind. So what you got to do, you got to download Earn In today. That's EARNIN in the Google Play or the Apple App Store. When you download the Earn In app, you type in Hall of Fame podcast under podcast. So when you sign up, it'll really help the show. So you put the Hall of Fame podcast under podcast, all right? EarnIn is a financial technology company, is not a bank. Cash outs are based on your available earnings. Standard cash outs take 1 to 2 business days with no mandatory fees. Option to expedite your transfer for a fee. Tips are voluntary and don't affect the service. See the cash out user agreement for details. Services not available in all states. But go download EarnIn today. Hall of Fame podcast. Type that in under podcast. And tell them Booker T and the Boat Brad Gilmore sent you. Really appreciate you.
Boom! Welcome back inside the Hall of Fame, man. We just chopping it up, talking a little UFC, little boxing, everything. When I say everything, I mean everything, man. Of course, we got Monday Night Raw going down tonight here in Houston, Texas, as well as NXT going down tomorrow night. So we still got a packed weekend, man. Hey, before we move any further, I want to congratulate JC Jane, my girl JC Jane, the rock star, went in there and just totally just wrecked the whole damn thing. I'm talking about like Nino Brown, man. You don't want to roll with us? We'll roll right over you, man. Yeah, she is the knockouts, TNA knockouts champion, as well as my boy Trick Williams went in there and boom, did it like it's supposed to be done. Made them TNA boys bow down, man. And now he's gonna show up here in the H, man, with the gold, baby, with the gold still TNA World El Gran Campeon. Oh yes, man. So yeah, man, big shout out to my man. And
Yeah, also big shout out, and I wanted to talk about that TNA show because big shout out to Trick Williams, JC Jane, who I don't think anybody saw JC going in there and unifying those titles or winning the knockouts title. So she's really proven the people wrong, proven the naysayers wrong, the doubters wrong. She is the rock star of NXT. But also Zilla Fatu was on the kickoff show to Slammiversary. I know that you have certain feelings about Zilla Fatu, but he is a Row original, born and bred, and he got to perform on that show last night as well. AJ Styles made his return to the TNA world, as well as the Hardy Boys are the new TNA Tag Team Champions. And Bully Ray, your compatriot over there on LFG, said that at Bound for Glory, they want to do the Hardys versus the Dudleys one more time. I don't know. I don't know if can we see that? Is that possible? I don't know if that's possible, but if it is,
look
then
here,
that's
let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. It's not possible. Okay. Devon, damn it, he just had a heart attack or a stroke not too long ago. He can't work anymore. He's done. He's finished. Okay. Bubba Ray. Bubba Ray. Look, man, these guys just don't know when to let it go. That's my thing. They just don't know when to just put it down, man. It's over. Okay. Damn it. Ain't nobody talking about that no more, man. What the hell is going on here? What the hell are we thinking?
I didn't expect you to go that hard on him. I try to contain my professionalism and my composure during
I'm
your
just keeping it real. I'm
soliloquy there.
just keeping it real here. I'm just keeping it real. Divas and Bubba, those guys are in no shape to be trying to go out and have a match. Damn it. I mean, I understand. I understand how you gonna tell me he can't do it no more. But for God's sake, okay, please, okay, please, for God's sake.
Okay, well, he busted open. I didn't say
Now,
that.
all that other stuff, all that, all that other stuff you was talking about, as far as JCJ, and Trick Williams and
Rick and
and all
AJ.
AJ style, all that stuff, that's cool. But let's forget about the Dudleys versus the Hardys. Okay, let's just forget about that.
What did you think about Trick Williams' homage to you at the pay-per-view? Did you get to see his ring attire?
You know what, man? Trick's my guy, man. You know what I mean? He's my dog. Trick, it's almost like watching myself a lot of times when I'm watching Trick Williams. Last week he said, "Oh hell no," and
There it is. Look at that.
yeah, that's black snow all the way there, dog. Oh man, you know what, man? Like I say, man, that's my guy, man. Trick Williams is my guy. He's the guy that I'm pulling for on a regular basis. He's the guy that I'm working with, behind the scenes. And I really see this dude really going out on and having a hell of a career. He's going to break all my records. I see Trick Williams going out there and pretty much surpassing, what I've done. Hopefully, with me, trying to show him, that blueprint. You know what I mean? Those landmines that you got to avoid. Hopefully, this dude is going to really, really set the bar, to another level.
I mean, like he's adapted a lot of stuff that you did, obviously, and he's paid homage to you, the OG himself. I wouldn't be surprised if he starts, stealing the catchphrases. Tell me you didn't just say that. Can you
Boy,
dig it? And you know
he-
what? I think you'd give him the pass.
bro, like I say, if it's gonna put some money in his pocket, I say use it. Like I say, when he did, oh hell no, last week, and we came up on camera because we had it on camera right after he did it. And literally, I was laughing so hard I couldn't even get involved, engaged with the old camera. I was totally I was like, you got to be kidding me. But I loved it, man. I love watching what Trick is doing and keeping me alive. I always say, in this life, to stay relevant, sometimes it takes someone else to keep you relevant. And I appreciate Trick Williams keeping me relevant by going out there and, you know, uh, you know, keeping the bookisms alive. You know what I mean? So more power to the young man. Run with it. Run all the way to the bank. With it.
I'm not keeping track of time. How much time do we have in this segment? Do we have a minute for another subject, or do I need to take a break?
Yeah, we got about 4 minutes left.
Oh, okay. So we got plenty of time.
Yeah.
We're gonna get to super chats next. There's a couple of things that we want to talk about in the wrestling world. First off, we have to bring it up. I don't know if you saw the video of your former WCW compatriot Buff Bagwell, Marcus Bagwell. He underwent a surgery, I believe, about a week ago, where he had an above the knee amputation done of, I believe, it was his right leg after a driving incident while he was under the influence back in 2020. 30 plus surgeries booked to try to save the knee, save the leg. They said you could do another 5 surgeries over the next 3 years, and you might have a 20% chance of saving the leg. I watched the entire video that Maven put on his YouTube channel, which was very powerful and moving. And I suggest people go out and check it out if you want to know more about it. Buff seems to be in great spirits. He seems to have gotten through the process as well as you can. Obviously, losing an appendage at any age is terrible. My grandfather lost his arm when he was 15, so it is a difficult thing, but I know that you can adapt from it. And he seems to have improved, as weird as it sounds, his quality of life by making this decision.
Yeah, man. My heart goes out to Buff, man. I open my phone and I always check out the wrestling news, and I think that was one of the first things on the thread that I saw was Buff had his leg amputated. And, man, it's something hit me inside just because Buff and I, we've had so many matches together. We went down the road, so many times together as far as, house shows, pay-per-views, overseas tours. We've done so much together, singles matches, tag matches. We had a routine, Bags and I, man. We always had a certain routine at tackle, drop down, leapfrog, stop, tackle, drop down, leapfrog, drop kick, bang. It was just, one of our routines. And it's still just like burned and seared in my brain. I could see us in the ring actually doing it as I was talking about it. And it's sad, man. It really is. It's sad, getting old. It's tough. It really is. It's tough. Bags, he'll tell you, man. He burned the candle. You know what I mean. He had the substance abuse issues, whatnot. Had the horrific injury with Rick Steiner. Breaking his neck in the ring. A couple of horrific car accidents. Perhaps should have lost his life. By the grace of God, he's still here. And you know, even with Buff losing his leg, you know, I think Buff has a story to tell. You know,
He's got an
I think
incredible story to tell, and he still and he said he wants to rehab so he can do one more match. Just
You know,
one more with that leg.
look here. Just like Bubba Ray and Devon, he can forget about that. Okay, he can forget about
Don't
that.
do that to Mo.
Yeah, but
Don't do
but
that to Mo. But hey, wait, I do want to say it prompted me to go look at some old Buff Bagwell matches, and I'm not talking about late '90s. I'm talking about early '90s American males and stuff like that. Uh, uh, Buff Marcus Bagwell, man, he really could go, man. I don't think I ever gave him the proper credit. He could move. I mean, he was athletic, good-looking son of a guy. And
white,
you know
white,
what? I
white,
think that
white meat baby face, white meat baby,
white meat
white.
babyface. He's obviously got a lot of knowledge about the business, and perhaps he can, have some seminars or teach some online classes, do something to give back to the next generation. Because Buff was the stuff at one point, man, and I just hope that he is on a quick recovery and able to get around on that new wheel that he's going to get.
He's gonna have a prosthetic, but like he said, that may have much better quality of life for him than what he's been dealing with over the last 5 years. So I'm praying for Buff, get back on his feet, but stay out of the ring, man. Stay out of the ring. I mean, just like Bubba and Diva, those guys are finished. Those guys are finished. I'm just putting it out there. I'm just putting it out there. But Buff, I love you, brother. I love you, and I'm sure you're gonna get back on your feet. Hey guys, stick around. You're in the Hall of Fame. We'll be back in a minute.
Man, I got to tell you, BT, I never thought I'd care this much about a wallet, but Ridge Wallet has completely changed the game for me. Before this, I was carrying around that old school leather wallet. It was falling apart. It was bulky and jammed from receipts from like 1996. Even though I was only 4 years old, it looked like I had a cheeseburger in my back pocket. But with Ridge, it's sleek, it's strong. It holds up to 12 cards plus cash and is made from premium materials. I'm talking aluminum, or as my folks across the pond say, aluminium, carbon fiber, titanium. This thing is like the superhero of wallets. And y'all know I love my gear. I gotta be sharp, I gotta be clean. Ain't nobody dope as me. I'm just so fresh. So yeah, I'm so fresh and so clean. And I also need to be functional. So this is what is huge for me. This wallet has RFID blocking tech, so nobody's stealing your info while you're walking down the street. That's peace of mind. And check this out. Mine is made of carbon fiber, but they have 50 colors and styles to choose from. It's the last wallet you'll ever need. And with Ridge's lifetime warranty, it's not just hype, it's real.
Right now, Ridge is running their huge Memorial Day sale. You can get up to 40% off at ridge.com/booker. That's ridge.com/booker. Don't miss their biggest sale of the year. And when they ask how you heard about them, make sure you tell them you heard them right here on the Hall of Fame podcast with Brad Gilmore and Booker T. Hey, and don't forget, support the show and level up, baby. Stick around. Oh, I'm sorry. Welcome back inside the Hall of Fame. Got a lot going on here, man. I'm trying to help out people, you know what I mean? When the show comes to town, man, I
Oh, your
gotta take
phone rings, doesn't it?
oh, my phone's ringing, everybody trying to take care of people with tickets and stuff and whatnot. Super chatters. Super chatters. It's time to take care of our super
I
chatters.
I
So
do
go
want to
ahead.
get to super chatters, but one quick story before we get there. I don't know if you saw this today, book, but put out via social media from the accounts of Elena Black, formerly Cora Jade of NXT. She said, I originally had a 10-minute long video explaining where my head's at, and maybe eventually I'll post it, but it seems unnecessary for now. I'll keep it short, but I'm going to be taking a break from wrestling for the foreseeable future. It's no longer good for my mental health, and I'll never know if that love for it I once had will return if I don't step away. I'm going to take the rest of the year to take care of me and go from there. I apologize to the fans and promoters who are looking forward to / book my upcoming appearances. I hope you understand that my supporters. Thank you. Signed Bree / Elena. Let go or be dragged. You once said on this show that you had to take time away from the business for a minute. You felt like you got burnt out and you had to just go stay away. I think you said you stayed on a beach somewhere for a few months. Just let your mind clear out. Do you understand why and how somebody could get burnt out like a Corey Jade, Elena Black, and have to step away for a moment?
It's kind of hard for me to, correlate my situation with Elena Black's. I mean, I had been in the business for for years.
Sure,
You know what I
sure,
mean? It was
sure.
up to many world titles. You know what I mean? It was up to many tag team championships and many overseas trips. You know what I mean? I don't think Elena Black has tasted, scratched the surface of where I was, in my career to where I need to take a break from it. You know what I mean? I understand now it's different nowadays. And one thing about this business too, being young like Elena Black, being successful so young like Elena Black, and then all of a sudden it's gone.
Yeah.
And I remember one of the guys that had been around for quite some time. I'm not going to even say his name or anything like that. And he ended up losing his job after he had been around for a long time. And he was talking to me, and he goes, "Well, I guess I'm just going to have to become a regular person again." And I go, "Wow, a regular, you got to become a regular person again," because I always look at myself like a regular person.
Regular
You know
person.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Outside of that Vegas trip I just had, man, because I needed a bodyguard. Um, but
Yeah.
but when you in it and you become successful like that, and everybody know who you are, and then you stop doing it, everybody still know who you are. You're not in it anymore, and they're still asking you those same questions.
It's
And you
tough.
wondering how do I answer these questions? A lot of those questions are when are you coming back? You know what I mean? Stuff like that. So I can kind of understand her from that perspective, being able, having to totally, you know, you step away from it, detox from it. You know what I mean? But if I could give her any advice, I'd say stay on the horse, man, and you know, keep it going because you got momentum right now. You know what I mean? Out of sight is out of mind. Time off is going to be your worst enemy trying to get back in this business. You know what I mean? When once those calluses all heal up and you try to get back, I'm just saying, if I was Elena Black, I would say, damn it, I'm gonna just keep grinding until I see that there's no light at the end of the tunnel for me. That's the way I see it.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. I definitely think that she's a talent, and very nice girl. I've got to meet her once before and was very friendly and nice. And I know that she was working on rebuilding the wrestling career by stepping away from WWE for a minute. And perhaps she'll come back. She most likely will come back to wrestling again. Sometimes you got to take a second off, take a break, take a breather, and then see where your career goes from there. We wish her the best. And also, I hate to bring this up as well before we get to the super chats. But again, we had a loss of a show that I watched when I was a kid, man. Malcolm Jamal Warner from The Cosby Show passed away. I'm not exactly sure from what. I read somewhere that it was an accidental drowning accident,
Yeah,
perhaps, but I don't know if an official cause has been released.
no, that's what it
Um,
was. He got caught in a rip current or something like that and drowned. And
Very tragic.
yeah, it's a hell of a way to go. It's just a
Yeah.
hell of a go. It's just a damn hell of a way to go to lose your life like that, And I don't know, man. It's sad, man. It's so freaking sad to have had something like that happen, and to lose him like that. We lost Shad Beast, some years back the same way.
Same way.
Him and his son out in the ocean and current come through and he had to save his son or save himself. God dang it, man. Sad, sad, sad case.
Very sad, but our respects to his family, definitely. And now we'll move on to our super chats. This comes from Marcus Craig Book. Nobody pays tribute to you more than Trick. There are a few people who pay tribute to you, though. There's Trick. I know Big E was using your stuff for a second. Lana did a spinneroonie. Alicia Fox did an axe kick. There's been a couple others. A lot of people in reality wrestling like to steal some book stuff, but you have a few sons and daughters out there.
Hey, bro. It's about passing it on. I can't take it with me. I want these. It's really really cool seeing like stuff that I created being done by these young guys. I created it. I did that. So to see these young guys keeping my legacy alive, keeping my dream alive, I love every bit of it, man. So Trick Williams, go out there and keep doing your thing, bro. Keep doing your thing. Do it and do it and do it big.
Do it well, man. Kai Tonio says Holloway versus Poirier should have been a draw. Pac-Man should have won. We need to run that BK and how Usyk put that Benadryl in Dubois' mouth out like a baby. Put the Benadryl in his mouth. I like that. Out like a baby.
Yeah, 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 he did. He definitely did, man. But no, man, I agree. I agree on all of the above right there. I thought Pac-Man definitely went out there and did his job, man. That was no draw by any means. Pac-Man won that
No,
fight.
it was not a draw.
But yeah, I agree 100%.
D'Angelo Brown says we'll get Clarissa Shields versus Layla Ali. I don't think that's gonna happen.
That's like Bubba Ray and Diva. All right. All right. It's over. It's finished. Okay. It's done, man. If we
Let me
if we go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
let me ask you this, just before I forget. With the NXT TNA crossover, is there any chance on an episode of Impact we could get commentary from Black Snow? Is that a possibility? Would you like to do that? Honestly, would that be fun for you to do?
No, no, it wouldn't.
No?
Uh, you know,
You
something
come
like
out
that,
with the thing at your Black Snow?
something like that could only happen once. You can't recreate something
No.
like that. No, you can't. You can't recreate something like that.
So if they called you and said, "We want you to do this," you'd say no?
I'll say, man, I appreciate it, man, but I can't. To manifest that, it could only happen that one night. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it again. I really couldn't.
Okay, let me ask you this though. Say they call you and they just want you on the show. Would you go do a TNA spot?
Oh heck yeah, without a
Okay.
shadow of a doubt.
So we could
Yeah,
see Booker back in TNA.
it's a possibility. Yeah, yeah. I would love to sit down and just call a match, call one of trick matches. You know what I mean? Something like that. You know what I mean? But not as Black Snow. You know what I mean? Some Black Snowisms might come out. But not as Black Snow. Yeah,
You should walk Trick to the ring for his next TNA World Title fight.
that might be.
Doing the ad libs live.
Oh man, that would be sweet. Oh
Come
yes.
on, man.
Yeah, I
TNA,
like.
y'all should be paying me over here. I'm giving y'all
Yeah,
some
I
great
like that.
stuff.
I like that. I like that. Mario Barrios came out with a Mexican rapper, and it was dope. He was jamming, man. And so yeah, I can see something like that happen. Yeah.
If you don't.
Oh yeah, man.
Um,
Oh yeah, man.
Matthew Rodriguez said, Book, from these three heel wrestlers in the main roster, who do you see as a perfect partner for Blake Monroe? Karrion Cross, Logan Paul, or Kevin Owens?
Of course, Logan Paul.
Yeah, I think that's
Yeah,
the easy one, right?
that's easy. That's the easy one right there. I mean, Kevin Owens. Right now he's suffering with a injury right now. I think he just underwent back surgery or something like that, right? Back or neck surgery. Which one was it? You know what I mean?
It was Nick.
Karrion Cross, I mean, he hadn't done anything in 3 years, 4 years, right? I mean, as
Right.
well as he got a woman. All right, he got a woman. But Logan Paul, he's the hot ticket. He's the hot ticket. So I would go Logan.
Yeah. Yeah, shout out to Karrion. I think Karrion's doing some stuff, man, over there on Monday Night Raw. Callie Toenail says, heard any average Joe jokes lately? Don't have Trick and A on the show no mo. I just got out of UCLA suffering from extreme abdominal pain from laughing so hard. Wait, hey, man. Average Joe didn't get it done, man. He didn't get it
Hey
done.
man, that's why you average Joe, man. I mean, Tricks the he's the real deal, man. He's that man. You know what I mean? 200, 60 pounds of romping, stomping, grave digging, destruction, jack, carved out of granite. You know what I mean?
Ah.
What a baby all. You know what I mean? I'm just saying.
Let's see. Two more. D'Angelo Brown. What are you guys' thoughts on WWE partnerships with Fandango having PLE in theaters? I read something about this online. If this is true, I think this is an amazing idea. This is such a great idea.
Yeah, I was just reading about that actually today as well. So I'm with it, man. Because WWE right now is taking their entertainment game to another level. They really are. And me personally, being a part of the ID program, I'm just glad to be a part of it. You know what I mean? Piggybacking, trying to get some crumbs here, crumbs there. You know what I mean? Like Hansel and Gretel. We just gonna follow the breadcrumbs. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is, let them keep doing it, man. That is huge for WWE.
Massive. And then a final one for the day. Pyrus Wrestling says, two-part question. Book, do you remember the 7-Eleven angle with Goldust and the hotel room bed scene with Goldust in 2002? Thanks.
Two of my favorite scenes, man. Going in and yeah, they ran all out of Booker teacups that day. I remember they ran out. They sold out of Booker teacups.
Sold out, baby.
Yeah, but that was a good scene with Goldie and I. Yeah, the bedroom scene that was another cool scene. Goldie, messing up my groove, But yeah, I tell you, man, Goldie and I, we had so much fun. You know what I mean? Doing our stuff, man. We had so much fun, and don't think that Goldie and I are going to capitalize on it by doing a Goldie and Booker T tour at one of these comic conventions. Sooner or later, we had it planned. Plans just kind of fell through, but Goldie and I are going to be coming to a convention somewhere near you here in the near future. Yeah, let's just say that.
And congratulations to Dustin Rhodes, because I believe he won the TNT title at
Yeah.
All In Texas. So big ups to Dustin Rhodes.
Big ups to my boy Dustin right now, still out there creating history. You know what I mean? Still creating history. Big ups to Dustin Rhodes.
Big ups. Well, those are our super chats for this week, Book.
All right, man, we got to get out of here. We got Monday Night Raw tonight. Got to see exactly what's going down on the show. But for all you guys that stepped inside the Hall of Fame today, I want to thank you for getting a little champagne wishes, a little caviar dreams. Because this show here, the Hall of Fame, is all about the people. The people. It's all about the people. Brad, all the heavy lifting, man, as always. We appreciate you. Until next time, guys. Peace. We love you.
Ooh, yeah. Dig it. Guys, this is Brad Gilmore from the Hall of Fame podcast. We got to talk about jeans for a second because I'm genuinely excited about our new sponsor. You know how hard it is to find the perfect pair of jeans? I know I do. Sometimes they're too baggy. Sometimes they're too tight. Sometimes they fade in the wash. They're just not right. But I finally found it. I found the jeans you need to get because I talked to our friends over there at the Perfect Jean. And I'm not kidding when they say that they've changed the way that I wear jeans forever because these just aren't jeans. They're a revelation. I've been rocking them on set, on television, at events, even just lounging around. And I've never felt so comfortable in denim. And here's the deal. The Perfect Jean saved over 700,000 pairs of nuts. Yeah, you heard that right. From bad jeans. We've saved the nuts from the bad jeans. And you know the ones, those stiff, scratchy, cardboard-like jeans we've all suffered through? Well, those days, they're over. Yeah, they're over. As the Macho Man would say, those days are over. Ooh, yeah. Because these jeans fit like they were custom made just for me. They're stretchy enough for me to bust out my best spinneroonie, BT style. Soft as a cloud and durable enough to keep up with my busy life. Plus, they look good. They look incredible. I dress them up. I can dress them down. I can throw a suit jacket on, a little blazer, tie action with some Jordans. They look great. I've gotten so many compliments on them, too. And trust me, everybody has noticed, even the ladies. They've got a crazy range of sizes from 26 to 50 waist, from 26 to 38 length, 6 different fits. So whether you're a short king, you're a little bit thicker, I'm talking about thick with 2 C's or somewhere in between, they've got you covered. Oh, and it doesn't stop there. The Perfect Jean has also developed the Perfect Tee. It's soft as butter, stretches in all the right places, and doesn't shrink in the wash. It's basically everything you wish your favorite t-shirt could be. Again, the Macho Man would say, ooh, yeah. So, honestly, as somebody who's always struggled to find the right jeans that fit right, either they're too tight in the thighs or they're too loose in the waist, the Perfect Jean, they finally nailed it. I can move around, sit, stand, and even dance without feeling too restricted. They're so comfortable, I forget I'm even wearing jeans sometimes. And let's be real, comfort and style in one package, it's a major win. So here's the best part. You can try the Perfect Jean for yourself and get 15% off your first order, plus free shipping, free returns, and free exchanges. All you have to do is go to theperfectjean.nyc. That's theperfectjean.nyc and use promo code Booker15 at checkout. That's 15% off theperfectjean.nyc with promo code Booker15, BOOKER15. Don't forget to tell them the Hall of Fame sent you. It helps support the show. So what are you waiting for? F your khakis. Yeah, get into the Perfect Jean today. Dig it.
Let me tell you something right now. I've worn a lot of headsets in my time, but nothing like this new Stealth 700 Gen 3 from Turtle Beach. The sound, man, it's insane. It's like stepping back into the golden age of gaming, man. Only now, the audio is crystal clear. The bass drop hits so much harder, man, and you can wear them for hours without missing a beat, man.
I'm telling you, Book, it's game changing. I used to have to take breaks from my headset because it'd get all uncomfortable. But these, man, these Turtle Beaches, the Turtle Beach, man, the comfort is elite. And the 80-hour battery life means I'm not charging between each and every session. And get this, you can even take phone calls while you're still in the game. That's right, a dual wireless connection with just one click. Console, PC, and your phone. Turtle Beach is on another level.
And man, we ain't playing with this one. I've been running matches with the guys down at the gym, and man, I'm hearing every footstep, every call out. It's making a huge difference. More wins, more moments, and no more. Your book, you're cutting out. That's done, man. We're leveled up with Turtle Beach.
And for a limited time only, you can too. Head over to turtlebeach.com and use code BOOKER to get 10% off your entire order. That's turtlebeach.com, promo code BOOKER. One more time, turtlebeach.com, promo code BOOKER for 10% off.
And hey, and when they ask you where you heard about it, you tell them Booker T. And the boat Brad Gilmore sent you. Turtle Beach, baby, the ultimate cheat code. Now can you dig that sucker? Hey y'all, Booker T here alongside with my main man Brad Gilmore, and today we're talking about something that could really change the game when it comes to how you get paid.
That's right, Booker, because let's face it, life doesn't just happen every 2 weeks. So why wait for a payday? With Earn In, the money you've earned already can be in your hands today.
Earn In is this incredible app that lets you access your pay as you earn it. We're talking about up to $100 per day and up to $750 each pay period.
All you got to do is download the Earn In app, verify your paycheck, and boom, you can access up to $100 a day as you work. And the cool part, you just leave an optional tip, and any money you access plus the tip gets repaid when your next paycheck rolls in.
You know, Brad, I'm always talking about staying ready so you don't have to get ready, right? Imagine having that extra cash for that surprise date night, or maybe when you have to take the furry little friend to the vet unexpectedly. You know.
Absolutely, Booker. Or even those times when you need to grab a last-minute gift, or maybe you're a little short on rent, or hey, even you might want to pick up some new gear for yourself or your kids or your lady.
Folks, make Earn In part of your financial playbook. Join over 3.5 million customers who are finding financial stability and peace of mind thanks to Earn In.
So don't wait around for a payday. Get your money when you need it and take control of your finances. Download Earn In today and experience what it's like to access pay on your terms.
Get started with Earn In now and join the millions who are getting their pay their way. It's time to earn in, not just earn. Check it out, man. Hey, what's up, Nashville? It's your man, Booker T, 6-time world champ, 2-time Hall of Famer. Wake up, man, and get in the ring with the Hall of Fame.
Every Saturday morning, Book at 8 a.m. We're coming to you live on 102.5 The Game, Nashville's home for sports talk. We've got the knockout conversations, the legends, and all the sports insight that you crave.
So check out Booker T and Brad Gilmore every Saturday morning on 102.5 The Game. Now can you dig it?
I want to ask you a real question. Do your balls stink? Come on, man. We've all been there. Sometimes we just need a little extra help. That's why I'm excited to talk about Mando, the all-over deodorant you can trust to keep you fresh where it counts. So let me tell you my experience. I've used Mando whole body deodorant everywhere. Those usual spots like my pits to those, less conventional spots like thigh folds and even the belly button. Yeah, I'd say for that too. And what surprised me most about Mando is how long it lasts. You're talking about blocking odor for 72 hours. I'm telling you, it's a game changer. So now if you're like me, you've probably tried a ton of deodorants. But Mando is different. It's created by a doctor who's seen firsthand how normal BO is often misunderstood and misdiagnosed. So Mando's got options for you too, man. From the solid stick,
powdered with a mandelic acid to the aluminum-free spray deodorant for those hard-to-reach places. I'm also loving their scent selection too. You can go with something like fresh clover, woods, or that bold bourbon leather. Man, and guess what? For those of you who are ready to try Mando, you get a starter pack. You can get a solid stick deodorant, a cream tube deodorant, plus 2 free products like their mini body wash or deodorant wipes, and free shipping. New customers get $5 off when you use our exclusive code BOOKER, BOOKER, at shopmando.com. That's over 40% off, guys. That's SHOPMANDO.com. Promo code BOOKER. Go ahead and smell fresher, stay drier, and boost your confidence from head to toe with Mando. Again, that's code BOOKER at shopmando.com. Let them know that the boat Brad Gilmore and the Hall of Fame sent you.